What's going on, everybody? Kikoki coming back with episode 21. I can actually... wait, no. 21? 21, yeah. Because, to be honest with you, if it was this way, then that would be, what, 12? Yeah, anyway, we're back for episode 21. Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic start of the week, had a fantastic weekend. Let's open up some hard drives because we're addicted to opening up hard drives, and we've got quite a few. And we have 2 on stock for when we get the cylinders to be able to make the iodized fuel. So let's take a look here. And remember, we did unlock bauxite, which gives us aluminum, so we might have a few recipes in here if we do a research, rescan, and go from there. But let's see what we got. Right off the bat, nothing impressive. I mean, the wire is nice. It really is. But we can do 120 in a constructor with just one. Just one K-trim magnet. We don't have to mix it with copper or anything, so we're just going to do a rescan. The game hates us. I'm just going to take this. It's always nice to have extra ways to make ignits and everything, so yeah. Oh, look, even better. Okay, this isn't so bad. This is not bad. We don't need plastic and we don't need steel. We can do iron and copper. That's it. That's fantastic. We're gonna take this one. I'm not even gonna think about the other one. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Sloppy alumina. Bauxite with water makes 12, and it gives us 240 a minute, opposed to bauxite and water already. Oh, that's right. It doesn't produce silica, but we do need silica. As talked about in the last episode, I'll show what I built. It's not running yet. It will be by the end of this episode, or even 5 minutes from now. I'm not sure. Whenever we get to it, I will showcase exactly what I have created. But I think I might take the sloppy alumina just because we might need that recipe later. So we'll take that one for now. Alternate plastic AI limiters. What is the regular one? It's quick wire and copper, copper and plastic. No thanks, and we don't need recycled plastic. Now, eventually, like I said, we're going to have to take these other recipes, but for right now, we're just going to rescan and get even worse things. We're just going to take the concrete. Game, be nice. Give me something I really need. No. Once again, plastic. Okay. Well, let's just get it over with. We'll take it. It's fine. Turbo heavy fuel. How do we regularly make this now? So it's fuel mixed with coal to make that, or let me guess, compacted. We need compacted coal and heavy oil residue. Actually, we'll take this one just because it might come in handy later on to not have to actually use fuel. So if we have an excess of heavy residue, we can use that. Yeah. No. Oh, look, it gave us plates again. Nice. And coated cables. I'm just going to go with the plates. What's the last one? Screws. So one steel beam gives us 52 and it can do 260 a minute. That is impressive. We're going to go with this one because I don't think we need screws anytime soon. I almost dismantled this. But this is our main hub. This is where we do everything, so it's going to stay there. I'm not deleting anything. Anyway, let's go show off what I built. Like I said, it's not functioning. I wanted to explain it before I turned it on. Just because this took me, I don't want to say a couple hours, but it took me some time because having to run all logistics and get everything just perfect it takes time. But end result, obviously here, we'll go backwards. So it's going to be making the aluminum sheets and the aluminum casings, which go right from the assembler. One is usually a constructor, but since we get that alternate recipe, this one right here specifically, it makes 112.5. We don't need that many. I actually had it making, I want to say 90, but then I dropped it even more because I'd rather have the aluminum sheets because they come in handy quite a bit more than the casings at this time anyway, because this gives us Mark 5 for the conveyor belt, so we kind of want this more. So yeah, these both take copper. That's fine. We got copper coming in through here. I had to run through and make sure we had enough water pumping through both extractors, which I think we need like 255, and altogether it's like, I had it written down somewhere, it's But 376 is total, and we can pump out a maximum of 600. So I think we should be good. And once again, all these are running off of just two extractors. That's it. Unfortunately, I do need to set up a loading and unloading station for silica because it's still way over there, and I don't want to run a conveyor belt even though I'm running coal. So we might change that. I don't know. It just depends on how well the system goes. We have a tractor dragging everything over, so this is going to fill pretty quick. If calculations are right, it should be about 50 minutes on a cargo of a tractor. So 50 minutes for it to go into there to feed everything that it needs. It only needs to do 100, and I'll explain why. Normally it would take 150. That is the foundry. We don't want to look at that right yet. So yeah, normally this is not the one. Is it this one? No, it is the foundry. I completely skipped over what I needed to. Whoops. So normally you need 150 silica. However, we have the aluminum scrap being made in the refinery behind us, and then we need the 150 silica, but we're only taking 100 from the station being pumped in there because the rest of it will be coming momentarily. So this is how it gets confusing. So now we're going to stop going backwards to front. We're actually going to go front to back. So this refinery right here, this starts at all. This is the alumina solution. It takes the bauxite and the water to make the alumina solution and 5 silica, or 50 per minute. That's the other 50 that get pumped in and around into the foundry to make up the difference for the 150. Confused yet? I am too. So in order to make 180 water per minute, we have to have it pumped in via an extractor, obviously. It gets dragged all the way over here and pumped in. Now, here's the issue, or here's one of the issues. So we have 180 water. That's great. We're making the alumina solution. It's getting pumped in over here. Now the alumina solution is being mixed with coal to make aluminum scrap, but oh wait, it makes excess water as well. So it makes 60. So that 60 gets pumped out, back in, over to where it makes the alumina solution and the 50 silica. So the best way I can suggest to do this is to have it with a valve. So right now this valve is wide open, or as wide open as it can be. It's got 180 because obviously we're not going to have 60 surplus coming in right away. It's going to have to build up, which is fine. So you pretty much run this machine until you start to see it kind of hit that plateau, and then all of a sudden you're going to have to drop this to 120. So then the 60 is coming from here, filling this pipe and going in, and it's just a huge circle coming in from this. So realistically, you only need 120, but you need to run 180 for a bit for it to actually make a surplus from making the actual aluminum scrap, which is great. Thankfully, there's no excess with the coal. It just takes the coal. But yeah. That's where it gets confusing for that, because then when you're setting all this up, you're like, oh yeah, I got it. Then all of a sudden you get over here to make the actual aluminum magnets. Oh wait, I need silica. Oh wait, there's silica being produced out of this one. So then you gotta figure out how much you need for this one to pump it over to there, and then you need to either have enough being made, which I don't think is possible, because you're always going to be short. Because if this is 50, and this one, I'm not going to change any ratios because I don't want to mess with anything. But if you put this down to 50, that changes. And when that changes, this changes. And when this changes, that changes. So everything kind of goes backwards. So I kind of found the perfect balance, I guess, to call it, to have everything good. Because I left it at 120. This I dropped because we don't need 360. It's insane. 180 is still more than enough. But this gives us 120 solution. We only have to take 60 coal, which I have to make sure we can reduce that much. That's the one I didn't look at. Copper we can, because it's its own node. It's fine. Yeah, we make 120 aluminum magnets per minute, which then gets split off into these. This is where it might get a little bottlenecked, kind of, or short, because eventually one of these two machines are going to lag behind a little bit until they get caught up. So I might turn them off and just have an excess of ignits ready to go, and then start pumping them in here, because we need 20 plus, I want to say 30. Yeah, so 50 ignits. We're making 55 just in case. We need 15 water essentially and 22 copper. The machine down below for the miners pulling out 40 at a time, so it's over double it. So it's not horrible. But yeah, I kind of want to turn this on. It should, in theory, pump at 156, I think it is. Yeah. Unless I change this over and just have it being belted over. Which, I don't know, I might do. It just depends on how well this tractor system actually works. But for right now, we actually have to power it. And I just realized I can't have that there because the pipe is in the way. So let's just do this. Where is the closest power pole? Right there. And I know. Okay, issues. Just toss that there for a sec. Let's think. Toss that there. Grab this, hopefully. That's not going through anything. Perfect. So how do I want to do this? There is a power conductor over there. So let's just do... We'll drop him down. Go like this, and then go like this. Boom. Okay, so everything should, in theory, be operational. Even the bauxite should be in there. Good. So the only thing we don't have is the silica. Well, we have silica being made. It's just gonna lag behind a little bit. So let's go grab this guy. I'm gonna slide over here. I will be back momentarily with the tractor. Hopefully, I'm gonna ride on top of it and see. But hopefully this works. Okay, on second thought, I have to redo the route because I did it last night when I set this up. But every time I got into the tractor and kind of disabled and everything, it kept crashing the game. So I had to delete it. So I'm gonna do a new one, and then we'll be back. Okay, the fun thing setting this little guy up as he's just panicking and driving in circles is that little cart right there is also on a path for silica. And I don't think he knows what he's doing at this point. He should just restart. There he goes. You were just going... Anyway. Anyway, they're both on the same track, and what I found out when I was doing this yesterday is he's going to ram into him and probably push him up the edge. Which I'm going to find delightful. So he's going to sit here for about probably 50 minutes, I'd say, because I just set it to that. Now, I'm probably going to change it depending on how long it actually takes to go through all the silica over here, but it's got a full load, so in theory, he shouldn't have to be back for at least 45 minutes, I'd say, give or take the drive. It should only be like a minute and a half to 2 minutes, but we're gonna go check and see if we actually have any things being made, because I stood there for a second. I watched some of the bauxite go by, but it didn't look refined, so I'm kind of concerned. It might have been copper. It looked like it was kind of a coppery color, but bauxite's also kind of close to a coppery color, so I want to make sure everything's running flawlessly, because if not, there's a mistake somewhere. Okay, that's what I've seen. So it was copper. Perfect. So it seems to be running. Awesome. So how many is this making? So it's making 4, so it's splitting it evenly between 2 at the same pace. Somehow the one on the right's a little faster. Wait, is the machine not side by side? How did that happen? Wait, what? Is that not even? Okay, it didn't look even there for a sec. It still kind of doesn't, but it is. It looked like this one was farther up by like maybe half a foot, but I guess I'm crazy, so... Oh well. Anyway, we have stuff being made, so that's good. There's no hiccups. That's great. Doesn't sound like anything's kind of running behind, which is great. Let's check on this really quick. So this is running perfectly. That's coming through. That's going through, and then that should go 1, 2 again, and then that shows up again. It's down 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It's almost depend. Okay, that's nice. So here's the scary thing. This is gathering really quickly. Hopefully it stays at 354 should be every time. I don't think it's going to go up or down. I think it's going to stay kind of consistent. It's seeming that way. But I also did have this running before we had the silica in, so I guess it did have time to build up, which is not bad. So are we making enough? We're making about 16 per, so we should be good. And then this little guy over here. So now I need to turn the train on. That's one thing I did not mention, is that I had to set up a train station for this, because for the amount that we need, the train is the quickest, and that is one heck of a drive for even the buggy and or tractor. So we're gonna go turn this little guy on. We have nothing on the track right now, so it shouldn't be too bad unless we're driving a train, in which case collisions and accidents can happen. But we're gonna turn this on. Goodbye, my friend. Please take off. Thank you. So right now the bauxite at the fuel. No, wait, I should have stayed in it. No, come back. I have to go there anyway. Uh-oh. I made a mistake. Maybe we can cut him off. So that way I can avoid having to run all the way to the swamp. I'm not gonna let you win. I will stand in front of you. Don't try this at home. I can do it. Go. Anyway, they should be full now because there's no cargo containers. It's literally just going right from the miner right up until it hits the train station, and then it's full. So I don't think I have this set up on a timer, which I don't think I will, just because it's just literally just going to circle. It's not like it uses fuel or anything like that. It's just I have to be careful. If I come on the train track, I might have a collision. Who knows? Maybe I'll just be gone one day and all of a sudden see a train coming towards me and have to hit the brakes real quick and either jump out and dismantle the train or back up as fast as I can. Who knows what'll happen? It'll be an adventure when it happens. Hopefully I capture it on camera, because that would be funny. But yeah, don't turn left. I need you to go straight. Thank you. And now it should be hitting the brakes. And we're slowing. Now this should be full. I mean, it won't be full. I should have 2 cargo containers going, but it's just, we make enough now, it should be fine. We actually do have a cargo container at the train station holding excess as well, so we should have about double, give or take, but we're gonna ride the train on back. Watch it get unloaded and then loaded, obviously, which it's doing now. And then he's gonna honk and we're gonna leave. And boys, I have fun clearing out down there, blowing up every single tree, foliage, bush, alien, what have you, is dead down there. Or at least was dead down there. Now they're probably all back. But yeah, I got attacked by quite a few different little things. It was not a fun adventure. It wasn't like the forest in the last episode, but yeah. The swamp is, if not the most or second most dangerous area in this map. Just between the poison gas, the uranium, spiders, the poisonous spiders, and everything like that, which technically the forest does have as well. That's why I say they're kind of equal. There's not one greater threat than the other, but, you know, we'll call them equal. They both want to kill us. There's more uranium in the swamp, I think, than there is in the forest, but I know there are some uranium deposits in the forest as well. Oh, we haven't even got that far, so what I want to do in this episode, I want to get Mark 5 conveyor belts and start changing everything up, but that's going to take a lot of aluminum, so that's why we're going to have this constantly running. I'm kind of curious just to see how much has gone through it so far. So we're going to jump out here in a sec, because he's just going to do that roundabout, which is fine by me. And never leap it over moving train. I'm just going to take the door like a normal person. There it is. How much is left in there? Okay, not too bad. But he's going to swing around, unload into here, which is obviously empty. I shouldn't stand on it because I don't know what happens. But yeah, this is the cool mechanics of this game. It's just the unloading and the loading of all the materials you can do is fantastic. Sometimes it gets glitchy, which is kind of funny. Because there's literally times where it'll pick up an entire, like this entire thing and drop it, even though it's only supposed to pick up what's inside. Because technically that's like a cargo container, right? So it just gets dropped right into here. but it's just weird when it picks up the entire thing and drops it. Here we go, and now it should start to pump into here. There we go, and now it's just going to take off. Does it tell us? So 6 items per minute, that's not what I need to know, but as long as we have enough in there to keep up with the 120, I think? 120 or 180? 120. It's not too far up in silica, but I'll figure out the math later if it starts to kind of have a hiccup in it. But for right now, it's running flawlessly. There's no backup of water, which is great. Silica. Hopefully there's still a bunch in here and I don't have to adjust the times. It's gonna be funny when this runs out and everything else is kind of going, but hey look, the copper's catching up. At least for that side. Perfect. So does that mean this one's not? Oh, it's almost there. Never mind. Ooh, so there's literally just enough in there. I gotta watch this. Because it was just at 40, but it went through, so I'm thinking it's gonna hit like 42. Is it gonna shut down? Ooh, literally just hitting that perfect amount. And this one is also just hitting that perfect amount. So 6. And then 6. Okay, so yeah, I should turn these off so that way it just kind of catches up, but if it's running smoothly like that, I don't want to touch it. We have 3 in some stacks of that, and we have 4 of that. Okay. So we need to let that build up anyway. Let's go take a look at the hub and see what we need to get the next tier done. I want to get the aluminum done for the conveyor belts, but we might have to do something else first. Hopefully we can get away with it, but we probably can't. Logistics marks 5. Oh, perfect. We only need 200, so I don't really care about the hover pack. I don't use it. The inventory slots are nice though, so let me gather my thoughts. Actually, let me gather some materials and we'll be right back. So as I'm collecting the computers, I realized that I might have to put it on a schedule because I just realized this is going to be full a lot. So what I'm thinking, because he's on his way back now, I think. Is he moving yet? No, he might be stuck there waiting for it to be filled again. So either way, I might have to put a timer on it, or I might not have to, but who knows. Anyway, let's smash this like button. I mean the launch button. And there we go, and slam. 50 minutes. 5 minutes, not bad.
Milestone reached. The hover pack draws energy from nearby power connections, and so can only be used in their vicinity. It provides an excellent vantage point of your work, which you clearly need. Otherwise, you would have optimized that obvious problem by now.
What problem? You can't do that. You can't say that and then leave. What problem? I don't have a problem. I do have a problem, actually. Did we ever set up a reinforced plating? I don't think I did. As she says that, I literally think it's like, is that the problem I'm missing? Because I tore it down. I think I did make one, but I don't remember it. So we'll grab 4 of that. We had to have made one. No, we had to have. There's no way I didn't. But where did I put it? Oh, there goes the tractor. How you doing? Let me see your inventory. Oh wait, you're the wrong one. Oh, there's 2 of you running around. I forgot that I had the tractor doing that one. Oops. Oh well. So, do I have to set up another factory? No, we set one up. I know we did. Come on now. I couldn't have done that, did I? Okay. Because we have what? Rotors being made. We don't have rotors being made per se right now. It's more of access. Yeah. So we have rotors and stators there with engines being made. That's that. There's concrete. Did we not make a smart plate one? Or not a smart plate. We have smart plate, reinforced plates. I don't think I set one up. How did I do that? I must have got sidetracked like crazy not to make that one. Or am I just overthinking it? Because there's smart plating, there's modular frames, there's quick wire, that's modular engines. This, I believe, is the AI control. Nope, that is... Oh, these are crystal oscillators. That's right, and those are computers. Okay. See, I do know my factory a little bit. I know where everything is, kind of. Except I don't remember where... Oh, they're over here. Not that one, this one right here. The one with the big garage door. There it is. Adaptive control units, not AI. I was close. It started with an A. So we don't have any reinforced plates being made. Okay, well, that'll be an off-camera thing. I will set up a random station somewhere in the city factory, or the factory city, whatever you want to call it. I do have some in a box somewhere. I don't believe I made one. I thought I did. Yeah, these are right here. There they are. I need 600. We're just gonna take a bunch because I need them anyway. If I ever need to make machines and whatnot. How did we not make that? I swear I made that. Huh. I mean, it's a small factory anyway. I could probably make it inside the kind of the blueprint maker. I might try that. But yeah. Do we even have one being made? We have to. Yeah, the modular frames. This one right here. It's in here. One of these ones creates plates. One right here, bro. Nope. This one. This makes them. Yeah, so we have 3 machines for this, but we don't have any surplus. I mean, we can literally take from it if we need to, but yeah, that's funny. I thought we made one. Oh, the pod's coming back in 30 seconds. Let's launch the conveyor belts. Enough of me being confused and everything. Look at that. Perfect timing. Land on me. Will this kill me? Do I want to find out? Well, about to. Uh-oh. Squish? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, it didn't kill me, but it did trap me. Not good. Oh, and now we're stuck crouched. That's even better. Nope. I could just handle it. There's so much stuff in there that I need. Help. Help. Well, when in doubt, unfortunately, respawn. We're not, it's not like it's far away. Lesson learned, don't stand in front of the drop pod. We're on it. Now, can I get my crate? Oh no, where is my crate? Oh no. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Huh. Well. There's a death crate, I see it in there. Where is it though? If I launch it, is it going to launch with the death crate? Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't stand inside this thing because, yeah, you lose everything, and I can't launch it. I mean, I can. Where is my crate? I didn't see it. Is it glitch? I think I have to dismantle this, unfortunately. Where's my death crate? There it is. Take all. And I can have everything except that. Great. Well, this is why I don't screw around. Organization. What don't I need? Why do I have iron ore on me? Random. And And I think that's everything. So we didn't have power. No, we didn't have power going to that. That's fine. Okay, let's build the hub again. I don't remember what color I had. Oh, you need the iron. Oh no. Why do you need iron ore? Ah. Oh, bye train. I need to go collect some iron ore because... Whoops. I need 20. What can I grab from? Yeah, that's Ignis. I need ores. How about this? Sure. You can fill back up. That's fine. I didn't do anything awkward at all. Well then, okay. This episode's turned out to be fun. Not. Can I run? How am I going to get this perfectly back in line? Or not. We're just going to drop it right there. And I think it might have been a custom color, but you know what? I'm just going to make it bronze. I like that color. That's it. What can we take from this? I don't need that anymore. Anyway, before we do anything, we're just going to launch the next pod so I can free up some room. So, boop, boop, and I don't know the items in here. Okay, let's try this again. Now we have it. There we go. Smash that like button / launch button, because apparently I need help right now.
Milestone reached. Fixit dedicated this milestone to the conveyor belt and lift Mark V.
No.
They may be implying that your factory could be further optimized.
My
While they
factory
are
is
correct,
optimized.
I believe they are setting unreasonable expectations.
Why,
Having
thank
all
you,
of
Ada.
humanity very definitely relying on your work is a lot of pressure. It's a good
You
thing
think?
I'm here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, sure. There it is. Anyway, what's that one? That one's 5 minutes as well. We can get the hazmat suit and the control system, which then gives us batteries, control units, supercomputers, assembly director systems, and the blender. Do I want to do this one? If we do it, I might be able to set it up this episode, maybe? Sure. Let's do that. Let me collect everything and see if I can actually do it. I'll be right back. And once again, we're literally coming back as the pod's coming back into the atmosphere. And no, we're not sitting underneath it again because... Nope. Shouldn't have done it in the first place. Knew it was going to happen. Didn't expect it to trap me. Thought it was going to kill me, but it trapped me instead. So, yeah, we're not sitting under you again, so you're good. Anyway, I am going to put away a bunch of plastic. That is enough for that. That is ours, and that is ours. Perfect. I just grabbed excess stuff for everything because I keep running out of plastic and rubber, which I should have it being shipped over here, but I haven't started that yet. So, oh well. Okay, let's launch you off again. Once again, Q-Ada for another information session. Tell me what I got.
Milestone reached. Several parts more efficient and powerful than the human brain can now be made to compensate for many deficiencies otherwise encountered in future development efforts. The blender enables you to mix and/or combine parts and fluids
Yay.
for more complex recipes. Most importantly, project part number 6, the assembly director system, should be produced and delivered to the space elevator as soon as possible.
You will get it within 4 to 6 months, Ada. I'm in no hurry to get things done. I'm not rushing because I'm having fun. Not quite the lyrics, but you know what? We played on it. So let's see what we can make. So we can now make the first one of the 4 using the blender, I believe. Can I even make this? No, I need stuff that we don't have. Now we're just going to take what's in here because we have it being produced. So yoink and yoink. Hopefully that's enough. We haven't even found any of them yet, actually, which is shocking. But we also haven't explored that much of the other places, which we need to. So what do we got? So we can make a battery. This is fun. I'm not even going to get into this one yet, because we're not touching that. Because no. Just no. I've seen what it takes, and I'm just thinking, nope, because we haven't unlocked this one yet. This one is mainly for the batteries. You can use the batteries for everything else, for the tractors, trucks, and everything, but mainly you use it for the drones. Trains back. But yeah, should we just finish this one off and get the 3 suit or slots? I seen suit and then seen slots. So yeah, we'll do this one. We got 15 minutes. Okay, I'm not gonna make you guys wait 15 minutes, so I'll see you when the pod's back. Well, the freighter's back. The cargo. We can send more. Trains coming by. I now have a major headache. I'll explain why. So these right here, which you can't see. Well, you can actually. My name's not covering it, but yeah, these little things right here, not the X, what's behind it. We can make those. That's great. Just make them in here. Assembly directory system. Or assembly director system, sorry. 0.5, it makes like a weird number. What is it? 0.75. So we're just going to do 0.5 because it cleans everything else up. However, we need adaptive control units. Easy. We've been making those for episodes upon episodes upon episodes. We've even tossed some into the awesome sync to get some credits. That's great. It's easy. Yeah, that's fine. These, on the other hand, supercomputers. Well, to make a supercomputer, we need 2 computers, 1 AI limiter, 1.5 high-speed connectors, and then 14 plastic to make that. Not bad. I was thinking we could make it over in the planes because, you know, we have 3 of the 4. We can do a computer technically over there as well because we do have quick wire and we can make the circuit boards, but then I have to ship them all the way back here in order to be put into this system because we already have adaptive control units being made, unless we make everything over there, which I might do, but that's not all. So the supercomputers, that's fine. Then we have this lovely little thing right here, the radio control units, which we don't need yet. We're going to, so we might as well just set it up now so we can have it going. Aluminum casing, easy, that's fine. Crystal oscillators, also fine, and 2 computers, that's fine. This one's not as much of a headache as the other one because we can do everything here on site because we're doing the aluminum casings. We have the crystal oscillators. We actually have surplus. And then we have 2 computers, or we have computers being made as well. Biggest issue is we need to make another factory for computers. Now, I'm going to show what I just put into the aluminum production because I figured why not? It'll speed everything up. It'll get me everything I need. And then I'll end up probably putting one into the AI and then one into the crystal, or yeah, the crystal oscillators. But yeah, these are being produced a lot faster now, thanks to summer sloops. It's driving up our power, which is great, but it's not touching what we need, but we're making 120 per minute along with 90 per minute. So that's fantastic, and it only cost us 2 summer sloops, which is great. So that's why these things are fantastic, phenomenal, extravagant, pretty much amazing to have. There's only so many on the map. I don't think you can create them like you can for power shards. That'll be an episode in the future. We'll talk about that later, but you can make those. So a little hint there for the future. But yeah, we have these being made out of these 2. So which one is my surplus? I think it's this one. No, this one's going into there. So this is the surplus. So it'd be this one. Okay. So we just need 1 crystal oscillator. That's fine. We can pump 1 of these, or 4 of these in, sorry, to make 2. Which I'm not going to do right now because there's no point. We already have enough surplus to last us a while. But it will be something I'll do. And then for the last one, can I get out of here? Nope, everything is caged off. I'm stuck in a building. What am I looking for? It's over here. Not this one. Not that one. Keep going. There it is. Now these wonderful things. Look, we already have almost 2 containers full. Well, 1.5 technically. This one also takes 4. We can bump this one up because I'm just going to put them in there just to make them because I kind of need them. But what I'm going to do is, since it's now making 2, I'm going to have 1 going into our surplus stock, and then I'm going to have 1 with a conveyor belt. Or a conveyor splitter, where it is. So splitter, we're just going to toss it right there, that's fine. Probably not going to be in line with this, that's why I hate doing it this way. Yeah, it's not, okay. Let's try that again. Actually, let's do this, make this easier for myself. Now it should line up. There it is, perfect. So we're going to have this going to wherever the factory is going to be. I have no idea because I haven't done a pre yet. I haven't set anything up. We're not even close to doing it, so I might even just have an extra chest going there, which I probably should do, but I'll do that later. Anyway, that's the idea, is we're going to split it, so we're going to continue to get a surplus if we need them, and then whatever gets pumped out here goes into making, I don't even remember at this time, because there's just so much we need to do. We need to double up the computers, actually, so I might have to just do another factory for them, but thankfully, as you can tell, it's literally quite easy to make one of these, because I could double these up. Because is this, oh, that one's only 2, so we can make 4. Let's do that right now, so that way I can remember. So that and I need 6 technically, or I can't remember. I know we need 4 for sure. I don't remember what else we're making if it requires 1 or 2. This is where it's going to kind of become a headache, so to speak. So we need 2, 4. I think that's it. Okay, so we need 4. So wherever that one's going, which I believe is to the AI, or yeah, the advanced control unit, which I think only takes 1. So that, if that's the case, we have +1 to deal with, which is not bad if that's the case. But I feel like they're going somewhere else too, but I can't remember. Anyway, is it going there? It is. So it needs 2. So we're literally using max, and there's literally only 2 in there. So are they going to be delivered fast? Has it been shutting down, or is it literally just getting 2 right off? I gotta watch this for a sec. It might just be getting 2 like right off the hop. So as soon as that's done, they're just gonna pop right back in. I hope. Yep, they're literally just enough. So if I upgrade the conveyor belt to Mark 5, it might start to create a stack, maybe. So we're using the entire 6, and we're only making 4 right now, so we need to double that. Oh no, that's going to be a headache and a half. That's a great thing about these summer sloops, is they're wonderful, but you only have a limited amount, and right now I'm literally stretching thin with them because I have, what, 4 left? So if I bump that up to 4, 3, that would double it, but then I have to double the circuit boards, and then I have to get 1 more oscillator, I think. Okay, well, that'll be an off-camera math thing I'll deal with. Right now, I have no idea where we're going to start. I'm debating if I want to go over the planes, because technically we should just forget this area exists right now and just literally try and start all this. So we should do the directory assembly off the main base and then bring it to us along with the radio control units. I think that would be the smartest thing. Okay, what do we got here? We're almost at the hour mark anyway. Okay. Let me pause and think here and see what we're going to do, so I'll be right back. Okay, after thinking for a few minutes, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do the supercomputers offsite. We're going to do them over by where we're also making the AI limiters, the high-speed connectors, and we can have plastic delivered. The computer shouldn't be too hard to make. I think we're going to go with recipe number 3, the Catrium computers, because circuit boards, we can get away with... No, we can actually, because we need silica. And silica is not close. It's too far away to deliver. We could do it by train, but even then that's going to be a headache. So maybe we should... Actually, let's just see. What do we have for recipes for computer circuit boards? Where are they? How far up are they? They're there. So we still have 1 more recipe to find. We haven't found it yet, unfortunately. So we could do petroleum coke mixed with rubber. That's easy. This one I like to do because the copper sheet's easy to find, but the silica is just a pain. And then we could also do copper sheets and plastic. I mean, that might be the way to go. We get 7.5 per minute, and then we only really need, I think we need like 5 if I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it. So we need this one. I need, nope, this one. Yeah, this one we'll worry about later. I'm not even gonna think about that one yet. So we need to make, what do I need to make? Oh, these right here. Because we could do this, but once again, we need quartz, which we don't have nearby. So if we're gonna do this one, and then we need, how many do we need? We're gonna make 0.5. So we need 2 computers. It makes 2, okay. So we need 8 circuit boards, which I believe, is that just in this one? Yep, okay. So we need 8, so we can make 7.5. So if we did the basic, we get 7.5, which is 15 and 30. So let's not look at that one. What about this one? This one only gives us 5, 20 and 40, no. And then this one gives us 5. Oh, this one gives us 12.5. Okay. So if we drop down to 8, oh, but we need silica. See where the problems happen? The headaches and logistics just become a pain. Okay. Well, we'll worry about the other ones later. We're going to focus on trying to start the first phase, which is this little guy. Because what I'll end up doing is I'll have these shipped here via... I have no idea yet. Because if I do anything other than a cart, we need to provide fuel, which that's a pain, and that's a long distance for coal, so it can't be coal. It would have to be actual fuel. In order to get fuel delivered over there, we'd have to have something else bring it over, so it's just becoming a massive pain. I mean, we can do everything here. We have the adaptive control units, and we can technically make the supercomputers here. I just need to make the computers... I have to make another factory for computers, and I don't remember what the ratio is for those. I think we had to drop it because we just don't have materials to move them fast enough, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure I shrunk them both down. We'll find out here in a sec. So this is the AI limiter. You're producing how many per minute? Okay, so it's doing 2. Then we did have to drop it. That's still struggling to keep up, which I think is funny. But we could also pop 2 in there to make it 4, so we could continue to get a surplus. Not that we need them, but for cases like this where we actually need it, it might be worthwhile. Okay. How about you? Where are you, actually? This one. It's making 2 and I need 1.5. Oh, we're running into silica. That's not good. Why are we running out of silica? That should not be backed up. What is going on? Oh, that's not good. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to go take a look at our delivery service. Okay, so there's a slight issue. Remember how I said this guy had to sit here for about 45 minutes to 50 minutes? Well, little cart was sitting behind him. I got it in the cart, but he wouldn't want to move. So I ended up getting in the tractor, making him move, but then the little cart just smashed into the backside of him, backed up, spun around a bunch of times. I got in him again, and he just took off. Empty-handed, nothing in the inventory whatsoever. So I might have to set up an additional truck station for the tractor, so that way we don't have hiccups, because this is full, which means these are doing fine, probably. So, yeah. Oh, I had to add an extra one of these, too, for silica, so that way we could pump it in here, because like I said, I need 100. It wasn't quite making 100, so I needed to adjust. However, apparently there's still hiccups, which is great. And I'm still trying to figure out how we're going to do everything, because this is the idea place. Not idea, this is the ideal place, sorry. I was thinking I had an idea. Yeah, but this is where everything should be made. The only thing is we're getting farther away from plastic, which is over there, which is just a run anyway. We've got quartz over here, which we could pump over that way, which is fine. It's just a matter of those AI limiters and those high-speed connectors, which we could make another factory. I might just make one big factory, like bigger than everything we've made so far. Probably bigger than the module or the modular one, the modular engines, and then the modular frames. Like I'm talking, probably taking up like this space right here, just to make what I think I need to make, because we need to make the AI limiter and the high-speed connector, which is 2 factories in itself. And we have to make one for computers. Then we have to make another one for, what was the third or the fourth part? Whatever that fourth part was, we have to make, oh yeah, plastic, which can just be delivered. I think it was plastic. I can't remember because literally I'm thinking like 16 different ways to how we can make this function. For this one? No, it's this one. Okay, what's plastic? Okay, so easy. Done. It's close by, we can have it shipped, fine. Technically okay, because we have it just being made, it's not being used for anything, so we could take away from the factory and then make another one of these, just to make these to split into creating an assembly directory or assembly director system. I see there's no Y there, but I say directory, which is fine. The only thing really causing the issue is these stupid computers. In which we have them being made, but I just don't have enough. And if I up everything else, it's just not going to go well, because then I have to adjust every bit of logistics. I have to adjust the quartz coming in, I have to adjust the cabling, the reinforced plates, which isn't horrible, but that's just a huge change. Told you things are going to get messy. The longer we get on to this series and the more phases we do and everything else we do, it's going to become more headache after headache after headache. And I feel like we've done nothing in this episode other than maybe finish the bauxite / aluminum build, and we did a little bit of phase 4, tier 6, or I don't even know, tier 7, which we're going to finish right now. So for my headache, please smash that like button. Enjoy the video. Let me know you're enjoying it. We're going to get the suit for
Milestone reached.
nuclear
The hazmat
waste.
suit
The
protects
hazmat
the
suit,
wearer
thank you.
from radiation by consuming
where I was going
iodine-infused
with it.
filters. You may find this protection essential if you
fabric?
are going to finally get around to saving humanity. I
Ada, I
previously
am not
gave
gonna
you
save
compliments in an
humanity,
attempt to
sorry.
inspire you, but it might have given you the wrong idea.
Definitely the wrong
I will
idea.
definitely be totally honest with you from this moment on. Here is a demonstration of a truthful compliment.
Oh,
That
God.
suit looks like it was made for you. Because it was.
How nice. How kind of you. She's such a wonderful AI. Okay, we're just going to make, I don't know, 20 of these. I made a bunch in abundance of just the regular ones. So we're just going to, yeah. I'm so, like, just trying to figure out what I want to do. So, you know. Phase 4 is starting. The tiers are almost done. I feel like we should just start touching into these. We have everything we need. Nope, never mind. We don't have the radio control units, the RCUs. We have everything else. Can we do this one? Nope, we don't have supercomputers. We have everything else. Can we do this one? Nope, because we still need the RCUs. Definitely can't do those. And definitely can't do this. So we're kind of stuck. So we have no choice but to start the supercomputers and the RCUs. Which are these 3 machines right here. Easy, right? Right? Yeah. Yeah. It's not chaotic. It's not chaos. It's not instant migraines. Nothing like that. It's fine. I don't know what to do. I want to move everything off site. It's not the issue of doing that. It's just... there's just no quartz on that side, and it's all here. And we have plastic and rubber and everything. We have copper, we have iron, we have limestone, catrium, tons of coal. That's why it's best to start in the desert. I'm trying to be kind of diversify my map, the map itself, the map of fracture that we call this. Or no, wait, that's a different game. Never mind. It's not fracture. This is The what do we call it? Why do I think fracture? What are we playing that's fracture? Oh, that's 7 Days to Die. Never mind. This is the Desert Dystopia is what we call this one. Anyway, I'm trying to diversify in this map. And it's just not working out for me right now because I really got to think what we're going to do. So I think that's going to call it for this episode. We pretty much did nothing. Or at least that's what it feels like. So hopefully you enjoyed. I mean, we set up the bauxite / aluminum factory, which it's working flawlessly. We're getting tons of stuff. I can now make tier 5 conveyor belts, which is even better. I think it does 780 or 720 per minute. Does it tell me? 780 resources per minute, which is fantastic. We can literally ship stuff halfway across the map and not have to worry about it. It's faster than anything on wheels, pretty much. And we've given ourselves a headache by starting phase 4 with these assembly directories, or whatever they're called, director. It's an assembly director system. So yeah, I'm going to leave you guys with that. I'm going to think about how to do a build. Once again, I'm going to probably design it, but I won't turn it on. I'll go through it like I did with every other factory we've done, including the most recent, the bauxite / aluminum. And apparently I also need to do one for reinforced plates, just as a surplus, because we don't have one. We have it being made for everything, but we don't have a surplus one. We will eventually run out over there. I don't think we need them much anymore because we're not really using them other than I think for constructors or assemblers. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're new to the channel, give a like, give a follow, you know, give a comment. Let me know you're enjoying it. As always, stay cool, stay frosty. I'll see everybody in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. See you soon.